Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making the classic scone. We're making a plain scone, but you could use this recipe and switch it up a bit to make cheesy scones, to make raisin scones, but today we are just making simple plain scones. First of all, we are going to start off by sifting our flour, baking powder, salt into a bowl. The reason we sift our flour in a scone recipe is to incorporate some air. That air is going to create the perfect light textured scone. We also use the tip of our fingers instead of using our entire hand to rub the flour and butter together. We want to rub our butter into our flour until it resembles breadcrumbs. I'm using Amasi for this recipe, but you could substitute the Amasi for either buttermilk or just normal milk. I am now cracking my egg into my Amasi. It is sometimes a bit wiser to crack your egg into a separate bowl before adding it to your mixture in case the egg is bad. You could easily swap it out instead of throwing out an entire mixture. So now we are going to mix our Amasi, egg and vanilla essence. Once it's fully incorporated, we are going to take the wet ingredients and pour them in the middle of the dry ingredients. We are now at what I believe is the make or break point when it comes to scone making. You do not want to overmix your scone mixture, which is why I like doing this by hand and using a fork. I think just using the tip of the fork, it helps you gather the ingredients and bring them together without overmixing them. We are now going to tip our scone mix onto a generously floured surface. This is to avoid the scone mix sticking to the countertop. As you can see here, I'm flouring my hands to keep the mixture from sticking to my hands. We now want to flatten or roll out our dough, but we don't want it to be too thin, otherwise we'll pretty much have biscuits instead of scones. Once you've rolled out your dough to your desired thickness, we are now going to use our cookie cutter to cut out our scones. I like to dip my cutter into flour in between each scone. This is to help prevent the scones from sticking to the cookie cutter. Once we've cut out all our scones, we are now going to prepare our egg wash, which is simply an egg and a few tablespoons of milk. We're going to use that to brush on top of our scones, and we'll pop our scones into the oven to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Once the scones are out of the oven and cooling, we're now going to whip up our fresh cream, and we serve these scones with some fresh cream and jam.